Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Sue's Light World. I hope you're having a really beautiful day, and I appreciate your presence. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you're new here, I would love it if you could like and share and comment if you feel so inclined. I would appreciate it a lot. So today I'm coming at you with, it's almost like there's a whole bunch of ideas and messages swirling around my head, and I can just reach out and grab one or two. But I think the foundation of where I'm coming from today is, I'm going to start by saying I believe there is a field of energy that contains everything. And it is my understanding that it is the creator energy, the source energy, God energy, the universe energy, the big kahuna energy that is this field. And it is a vibration and a frequency that is the highest, and it just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. I mean, the frequency does, and the energy and the vibration. It's not static. It's ever evolving, ever growing, ever expanding, like always. Pardon me. So I just want to start with that as a solid foundation of pure source frequency. Okay, so there's that, and then there's everything else, which, according to the matrix, the overlay, the false programming, we are separate from that. And that's a lie. That's the big lie. And I've been becoming more and more aware through my practice of daily meditation, which I'll get to that. But I have been becoming more aware that this body, this vessel, this chalice of the Holy Grail, which is each and every one of our bodies, contains this field, this ever-expanding, pure source energy field. And every cell that creates this body contains this field. Everything contains this field. So when you reduce it all down, we're all the field. Everything's the field. My couch is the field. My bracelets are the field. Music is the field. Air is the field. Water is the field. It's all the field. So when I tune into this and allow myself to merge with this vibration, it feels amazing. It feels like I can't even, there's no word for me to use to describe it, but it's the best ever. It's the best ever because when I am aware in the moment that I am that, then there's nothing to fear. Nothing. There's nothing to fear. And this gives me the greatest peace, and I can relax. And I don't have to run around and scurry around and wear my heart out from beating so hard in anxiety and fear. I like to steer clear of religious iconography and verbiage and verses and holy people. I like to steer clear of that, even though I love it. I love religion, and I love parts of religion. I love man's ways of trying to make sense of life. But today I want to just talk about this way of being in the body, which can be extraordinarily blissful. And maybe I am a bliss bunny, but I feel like I'm a realist as well, because I look and I see and I pay attention, and I don't need to explain myself, but when you enter the field and when you have knowledge of your connection with that, then you transcend the false matrix. You transcend three-dimensionality. You transcend everything, the ego, Anyway, I've known this for a long time through reading wisdom literature, through reading spiritual texts. When I read it, especially from the ancient wisdom literature from the Sanskrit, it always resonated with me, and it always made sense to me, and it always felt right to me. Just the whole "you are that" concept, that you are one with the divine, that you are divine. I just knew it. And now, since I've been meditating every day for 20 minutes, first thing in the morning, without fail, for going on 650 days, it'll be 630 days in a couple days, but every day that passes, I receive more clarity, and I receive more healing, and I receive more understanding, and I receive more knowledge that I am one. That my edges expand out into the furthest galaxies and beyond. That it all falls away, and that I become pure space and pure divine. When the going gets rough, when you start to feel like your head is gonna explode because of all of the shenanigans on planet Earth and in the galaxy, it's just a brilliant thing to remember that yes, it's all there upon the stage, that the whole world is a stage and we are actors upon it and everything. But that's Maya. I just keep thinking I thought I saw a hummingbird, but it was a bee, a giant bee. That's shadows on the cave wall. What's real is your soul and your connection with the one. So it's not unless you are living on a mountaintop and in a monastery and are meditating more often than not, it's easy to forget your oneness and your divinity and your connection with all that is. So I don't know. I don't expect myself to always be in this state of understanding. But the more that I meditate, the more my thoughts are drawn to that. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about was purifying, and that's daunting. And for me, it's daunting. It's kind of like, oh man, do I really want to give up all my little things to be pure? And I don't really mean to be pure, to be white as the driven snow, and to be stainless and without blame. What I mean is, okay, first of all, with the foundation of a daily meditation practice, you start to hear your mind, you start to hear your thoughts, you start to see what's really going on with the way that your ego wants to drive and the way that you really truly can take hold of the reins of your vehicle and steer your life to where it feels good, where it feels right, where you want to go. And sometimes where you want to go really isn't what's best for you. So when you meditate, you're given these eyes to see in a way above, like what your earthly desires are, what your human desires are, that, oh, maybe that's really not for my highest good in this lifetime. But it's sort of like that's irrelevant because it just comes to you naturally in time and space. So it gives you eyes to see and ears to hear, and you are shown, when you look outside of yourself, what is a higher frequency. Like, the more you raise your frequency through the practice of daily meditation, the more you're able to see frequency and to sense frequency and to sort of vibe with the higher frequencies. Because as your frequency raises, you're drawn toward higher frequencies and higher. Okay, so like lately I've been listening to some comedians, and sometimes they make me laugh, which raises your frequency, yes. And I'm starting to see that perhaps they're not going to be for my highest good, to continue to merge my energy with theirs. So, I can let that fall away. It's not that big of a deal. I can find other ways to laugh, It's like a choice. It's a choice. It is my intention to continue to raise my frequency, and when I'm shown the thing that is kind of tugging my frequency back down, even though it's funny and irreverent and all that kind of stuff, over time I started to see, like, okay, that's really not. That's kind of going backwards. I don't really want to go backwards. I want to go forwards. I want to continue to expand out and continue to join in with creation as it expands, ever expands into infiniteness. So, purity, you can live with it. It's something that is you can live with it. It doesn't have to be a white knuckle struggle to remain pure. It's like you're just sort of guided along the path, and the path isn't just straight and narrow, even though that's what we're taught. The path is, it can be labyrinthine. It can be, you can go out and come back and go out and come back, and it's like you're constantly course correcting, especially when you're in touch with the field of creation, of source, of infinite ecstasy. So you can go easy and not think, oh, I've stepped up the path and now I'm a sinner and now I'm going to go to hell and I need someone to come in and clean up on aisle 1. No, I don't believe that. And I believe that we are that, and that we are shown the way, and the way is easy. It doesn't always feel easy, but it is easy because we have an inner compass. And we are the compass. So that's it. Some little ideas that have been fluttering around my brain past few days. Mostly that we are one. That we are all in the field. We're all in a giant soup of creation, of joyous expansion, of riotous blossoming. Life is good. There is nothing to fear when you are living in the heart, and when you're silent and listening. Thank you so much for listening. I am sending you so much love. A big hug. Peace.